Obviously, you've been doing promo and press here for the upcoming blues record, Looking for Trouble, which is going to be awesome. Now, you guys talked about how this was recorded in the midst of recording the last record, correct? During the same sessions. Just curious about that. I mean, how much material do you guys typically record during an album cycle? Because, now we're seeing obviously the record that came out, but now we have another project coming from those same sessions. Is that typically the workload you guys take on?
No, this was a weird this was just a weird coincidence that it worked out that way. It was definitely we went there for a change of scenery to um to write. Basically we were the intent was to go write a to work on the Light 'Em Up record, which came out last year, and and then somewhere along the line we started playing around with this blues stuff, and it just became really fun, something that we thought, hey, it would be good to have. And then eventually it wasn't really for sure when it was going to become, if it was going to become an album project, but it just it sounded cool. It's raw. It was just recorded really quick. Like we didn't spend a lot of time trying to perfect anything so much. Of course, somebody like me, I would love to go. I said to the producer, I'd love to, try doing that song again or whatever. He was like, no, man, it's just for, basically, it's just a moment in time. We're just, documenting it. And then it turned into like, okay, we're gonna put this out. It sounds good. It's got a vibe. So
Wow. So it must be a really different feeling then compared to, methodically putting together each track and the way it's going to be produced for you guys. I mean, did it feel very different while you were making it or maybe just after the fact when you listened?
it just felt like it was um, live. We captured a moment when we were there. We were only down in that studio. It was in Fame Studios in Muscle Shoals, and we uh, we were there for I think a period of 7 or 8 days, something like that. And we had a bunch of ideas that we all presented to write for the other album, and then we started basically going through some of this stuff and coming up with our own arrangements on it. Maybe put our stamp on it as best we could, and it's cool. Like it's a group of songs that are they're all well known blues songs, and so it's pretty cool that we were able to kind of change them up a little bit and put our stamp on them.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, Crossroads is, a great example of that. Just you guys staying true to the original version, but also giving it your own twist.
Yeah.
Again, is that even a conscious thought in your head that you want to give it your own twist, or does that just naturally happen when you guys play it? Because you retain that Dead Daisies sound.
No, we wanted to just we didn't want to do it the same way as the original song. Um, actually Robert Johnson, I think, was one of the original players on that song. It was written. I forget exactly now who wrote Crossroads, but Robert Johnson was the first famous one, maybe, and then the Cream version is obviously really popular. And we talked about, let's try and do something different with it, So I think that song ended up, you know, because it um, felt like, we were doing blues. I whipped out a slide and started to kind of come up with a groove based off the slide part. And then it's basically a 1-4-5 chord progression. So you kind of just go through it. And you can sing the lyric just the same way as it was, written, but with a different kind of groove behind it, different guitar part. So to answer your question more directly, we we didn't want to do them the same way. We tried to treat each one a little special.
Yeah, I think you can hear that in what's come out as well.